Today I'm going to react to Drake's watch collection. Once again, version 2 or version 3? What is it?
2?
Is it 2?
I think it's been like 3 years.
Has it been 3? So do you think he's bought a few watches in 3 years? Every time I see a photo of Drake, I see him wearing a real watch. That's different with Rick Ross though. Fake Ross, sorry. What is his name? William Leonard II, the third? What was it?
William Leonard Roberts II.
Oh, William Leonard Robert II, the third, whatever the f he is. By the way, if you ever heard of Rick Ross is the one that wears the fake watches, yeah? I genuinely believe that Drake's watch collection is worth more than Rick Ross's net worth.
Well, they're beefing at the minute, you know.
Yeah, I heard that. What is that beef about?
Drake invited his ex to his show, Rick Ross's ex.
Bros, have you ever heard of bros before hoes? Before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel now. And if you want to buy or sell your watch, brideandpinion.com, the only place you should be buying your watch.
Your real watch.
Your real watch. Anyway, this video is not about Rick Ross, but it's my brother Drake. Why is he my brother again? All I see here is a day-date absolutely bumped with a ridiculously ugly bracelet. So I googled that and I see here a Chrome Hearts Rolex. What the hell did Drake just give little baby? And what I see is a watch that was clearly gifted by off time and tide. Off! Join the squad. I don't want to join your squad. Off. Is a shitty old up Rolex Day-Date, like an old one, 36 mil. Looks like an 1803 with a shitty bracelet. And then I see Drake's Day-Date 2, like his 41 mil Day-Date. Maybe it's me being absolute uncultured, but I don't know anything about Chrome Heart. Like this is gay, to be honest. Anyway, watch his shit. We're all. Don't know why the we have this conversation. It's Drake. His collection is usually insane. Don't know why we started with this, but it is what it is. Next. Redemption, ladies and gentlemen. 5740. Remember what that was?
Perpetual calendar.
Perpetual calendar, well done. First ever perpetual calendar in a sports watch, in a Patek Philippe sports watch. Let me explain. The following thing I'm going to tell you is very important. Patek Philippe is known as a very formal watch brand, making very highly complicated formal watches. In 1976, they introduced a sports line called the Nautilus. That's this watch. Now, I don't have to dive deep into that. We all know the history of that, yeah? If you do not know the history, look at every video I've ever produced. Nautilus, very important watch. And watch the ads. Important. I need to make dough. Patek Philippe is famous for their perpetual calendar, for their perpetual calendar chronographs. 1518 to 2499. That is basically the prime Patek Philippe, perpetual calendar chronograph. So, Patek Philippe introducing such a formal complication into a sports watch like the 5740, insane. Solid white gold, absolutely love that watch. It's a belter, and it's real. Today's value, I think you should be thinking at least $200,000. Depending what year it is, between $200 and say $225,000 would be accurate. But what a belter of a watch. Keep in mind, this is a sports watch with a very formal, very complicated movement. Really cool. Do we need to explain what a perpetual calendar is quickly?
Really quick rundown.
Perpetual calendar is a calendar complication that mechanically tells you the time, the date, the day, the month, the year, if it's a leap year, yes or no, what the position is of a moon that's separate from a perpetual calendar. It's accurate till the year 2100. It tells you the day, date, month, year, whatever. It tells you everything.
You can't go wrong, basically.
You cannot go wrong. Yeah, I never understood this watch. For man, it's a really this is like girly, yeah? This is the girly Day-Date. This is 36 mil. I think this is actually an off-catalog piece.
Oh, it's legit?
Oh yeah, it's legit. Yeah, 100%.
I thought it was aftermarket.
No, this is pure legit. That's a lovely Day-Date. It was introduced, I think, top of my head, it was introduced like two years ago, or 1 or 2 years ago. Maybe, to be honest, it is so irrelevant that I don't even know when it was introduced. Like, it's one of those. It's one of a dozen, mate. It's a girl's watch, right? This is a watch that girls should wear oversized. Bracelet a wee bit loose, it's a female watch. A man shouldn't be wearing this. This is the Rolex Day-Date reference number 12834. That must be 34 reference number 128348 RBR. RBR is because of the bezel. I don't know what to say. It's girl's watch, bro. Why are you wearing this? Probably about $70,000, but the secondary value is a wee bit lower. Like, I mean, and I think Drake bought this for a girl, but the girl broke up and now he wears it himself.
The same girl he was videoing himself in the mirror for, do you think?
What are you talking about?
When he was playing with the worm.
What?
The snake.
Was he playing with his willy? Does he have a big willy?
Monster willy.
A monster willy? Yeah. Holy I'm not gay, but I really want to see that. I want to see Drake's willy. Where can I find Drake's willy? I want to see Drake's cock. I'm not gay. So you're telling me he's walking around, everyone has seen it bar me?
Basically, yeah.
But he has a big one, yeah? Have you seen it?
I have seen it.
He has the voice, he has the looks, he has the money, he has the cock. That. I don't want this money. I don't want this women. I don't want this houses. I don't want this cock. I don't want this body. I want you guys, my subscribers, and of course, the new drop of IFL watches. Sorry, that was really bad. That was really cringy. Actually, it was so cringy that my small cock is like, it's small.
Inverted?
It's inverted now. Yeah? So I have a negative penis now. The new Free Willy watch by IFL Watches, and I'm gonna call it Free Willy, not just because of Drake's Willy.
What a great segue from Drake's Willy to Free Willy.
How many are produced?
150.
Only 150. This artwork is finally free. That's why it's called Freedom.
Steve-O Willy.
Steve-O Willy?
Steve-O's Willy?
Steve-O's, no, not Steve-O's, Drake's Willy.
Steamboat Willy.
Steamboat Willy. Steamboat Willy's artwork is finally free. We can finally use it without being copyrighted left, right, and center. The dial is completely hand painted, making every single watch unique. The moment this video launches, there's a photo on my Instagram at Nico Leonard, Nicole Leonard. Comment me a reason why you want to win this watch, why you want this watch. And I'm gonna give away this watch to one of you guys that comments on that photo. Make sure you do not miss out on the new drop of IFL watches. Let's get back to Drake. Drake with a beautiful woman and a piece of shit watch. I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed to see a Jacob & Co on Drake's wrist. I don't believe Drake would have spent money on a Jacob & Co. Drake has such an insane watch collection. And then you see this. Like, Jacob & Co doesn't even make their own watches, you know that, right? Like, Jacob & Co has never made a watch in their lives. It's a place called Concepto, and they're in Switzerland, and they produce concepts and watches and movements for independent watchmakers. And the independent watchmaker then markets it up, and hey, that costs 15 grand to produce.
How much would they sell for? $1 million?
$500,000. I don't support this shit. Steak. Is that his house?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Ladies with gentle hands here with me in the cut. They shall appear when the time is.
Can I just point out, this is such an underrated comment. Ladies with gentle hands.
I think that goes without saying. I'm keeping it real with you. W's in the shot. W's in the shot.
Is he a streamer now?
This is my alter ego. Anita Maxwin. Anita Maxwin.
What did I just watch? I will never get that minute and a half back. Drake is a gambling degenerate, same as me. I love gambling, but what do you want me to say? That watch is insane. The rose gold rainbow Daytona. The perfect setting of stones in any watch ever. This is not just a hype watch. This watch built up a hype. You have watches that gone through a hype or watches that created the whole hype. And this is one of the watches that created that whole hype. Still worth $500,000. It's insane, that watch.
I got one Virgil, got one, and that there's the only two.
Right, let me explain a really important fact. This Patek Philippe is custom. Let me explain. Aftermarket / custom, but not fake. Not a replica. And let me use our good friend Rick Ross as an example. Rick Ross has a watch that directly replicates a one of one. It's not really a one of one, to be honest, because they are gonna produce more, but they are struggling to find the stones. But Rick Ross has a watch that directly replicates and directly resembles one of the rarest Audemars Piguets ever created. So the watch that Rick Ross has is a replica. It's like buying a Mazda MX-5 and make it look like a Ferrari. That's pretty pathetic, isn't it? So that's not aftermarket, that's fake. And the case and the bracelet and everything is not made by Audemars Piguet. So we'll keep that aside. This is a watch that is completely designed by a designer called Virgil. He was the main designer of Louis Vuitton. He was the main guy behind Off-White, I believe. He was an absolute legend. Unfortunately, he passed away in November 2021. But this is what we call an aftermarket piece, not just an aftermarket piece, a custom piece. Personally, I don't think there's very much wrong with this because it doesn't replicate anything. It doesn't resemble anything. It doesn't try to be something it isn't. Do you understand what I mean? Virgil had 2 of these watches produced. One was gifted to Drake. I think it was first shown in January 2020 when Drake dropped Life is Good, and the other one was worn by Virgil. We call this the Patek Philippe Nautilus Virgil. It resembles a 5726, an annual calendar. PVD coated the case. It looks like an aftermarket bracelet. Treated the existing dial, set it with with stones. Here's something to think about. This watch resembles a Patek Philippe Nautilus, but where on the watch do you see it's a Patek Philippe Nautilus? That's the difference. It is not written on the dial nor anywhere. This is a creation by a designer who has treated this watch. Am I a fan of it? No. Would I like to see it original? Yes. But it's Virgil. He can do whatever the f he wants. I know a lot of jewelers have replicated this exact watch and sell them for $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, which is again a replica, a fake. It replicates a custom watch made by Virgil for Drake and himself. I mean, that's a bit of a weird up sentence, isn't it? If Drake's watch or Virgil's watch would go to auction, would it fetch millions? Absolutely. Absolutely, because of the provenance of Virgil. One of my bucket list things to ever do is make a video about watches or about Drake's watch collection together with Drake. Talk watches with Drake. That video alone will break the whole internet and will be for sure the most viewed video regarding watches ever created. If I can do that with Drake, that would be insane. I know that there's so many more watches in Drake's collection. I don't want to showcase that in a video. I would love to go through them with Drake himself to present to you to the world, because there's some pieces are absolutely insane. And I think that the world deserves that.